UNISA Radio. The African Voice. It's all about you.
And of course, we played you right there, Naughty Boy featuring Sam Smith with La La La. As promised, it's Nutritional Thursdays. As you know, we always discuss very topical issues when it comes to health, nutrition, and fitness. And now, of course, we're focusing on World Health Day, which is celebrated on the 7th of April, and to mark the founding of the World Health Organization. And the theme for this year, of course, is food safety. And online now, of course, we're talking to Dr. Khan, Technical Advisor, Non-Communicable Diseases, Risk Factors, Mental Health, Violence, and Injuries, World Health Organization. Dr. Khan, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well. Dr. Khan, just to get us started off, what is the purpose of World Health Day? And what has been the impact of this day on the awareness of various global health issues?
So the World Health Day, as you pointed out, is celebrated every year to commemorate the founding of the World Health Organization. And it's celebrated on the 7th of April. In 1948, the World Health Organization held its first assembly. And in 1950, April 7th was decided as the World Health Day. It draws worldwide attention to a particular global health priority each year, and it's usually an issue of particular public health significance. And as I said, it just draws attention to a priority.
Fantastic. Now, Dr. Khan, the theme for this year is obviously food safety. From the farm to the plate, what does this mean and how important is it?
So safe food is quite different from food security. Food safety is an area of public health to protect consumers from the risks of food poisoning and diseases. It's because unsafe food can lead to a range of health problems such as diarrheal diseases, some viral diseases, reproductive and development problems, even cancers. Food safety is thus seen as a precursor or a prerequisite for food security. And the reason why we say it's from farm to plate is because food can become contaminated at any point of production and distribution. And so it's important not only for health, but also for manufacturers, retailers, public, the general public, consumers, etc., to know the importance of food safety and the part that each of them can play in ensuring that food on people's plates is actually safe to eat.
And Doctor, what are the diseases that are related to unsafe food, and what constitutes to unsafe foods?
So, foodborne illnesses are usually infectious or toxic, and they can be caused by a variety of bacteria, viruses, parasites, or chemicals entering the body, either through contaminated food or water. And they can cause severe diarrhea or other infections, including things like meningitis. Chemical contamination can lead to poisoning or long-term diseases such as cancer, and it may lead to long-lasting disability or even death. And examples of unsafe food include uncooked foods of animal origin, fruits and vegetables contaminated with feces, and shellfish containing marine biotoxins.
Goodness. Now, Doctor, to what extent do unsafe food practices constitute to food-borne diseases and the impact on one's overall health?
So we estimated that more than 200 diseases are caused by unsafe food containing harmful bacteria, viruses, parasites, or chemicals. And foodborne and waterborne diarrheal diseases kill an estimated 2 million people annually, including many children.
Goodness. Now, Doctor, what can consumers look out for in food labels when purchasing food products to ensure that the food they purchase is safe for consumption?
So they need to read the food labels when buying and preparing food very carefully. Look for expiration dates and other toxic items. And people also need to familiarize themselves with dangerous elements or chemicals in the region.
Doctor, what is the relationship between food safety and nutrition?
So, good nutrition is important to all people.
Yes.
And eating well is a key element to maintaining strength, energy, and a healthy immune system. Food safety and proper hygiene is essential to ensure adequate nutrition and thus prevent infections.
What are some of the challenges or changes consumers can make that can impact and promote food safety in everyday food choices, Doctor?
So firstly, you need to inform yourself. And your previous question about labels attests to this. So you need to be more familiar with the food you're actually purchasing. You need to also take care when preparing foods which can be dangerous if not handled properly. You need to know how to prepare and store food, particularly if it's not something from within the culture, like sushi and other things that we borrow from other cultures. Then the handling, storing, and preparation is very important as well. And we say there's 5 keys to safer food when handling and preparing food. It's to keep clean, to separate raw and cooked food, to cook the food thoroughly, keep food at safe temperatures, and use safe water and raw materials. We also advocate that you do not reuse containers that were initially used to store chemicals, that you practice safe food handling when selling food at markets, and teach healthy practices to others in the community, make safe or wise choices, and make sure that the food that you eat is prepared and kept in good hygienic conditions. When shopping, keep raw meat, poultry, fish, and shellfish away from your basket or your grocery cart and use separate bags for transportation. And lastly, enjoy eating food. Food, cooking, and eating play a central role in all cultures. And if we make safe food a top priority, we will definitely prevent foodborne diseases and will protect the health of the family and the community.
Fantastic. Doctor, thank you so much for talking to us. And I certainly hope our listeners are not only just listening, but they're also taking notes and making sure that they're not only looking after their food when it's raw, but that, they're making sure that, they practice food safety and that they're eating the right things and they're reading their labels and all the great advice that you've given us today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And just remember, from farm to plate, keep food safe.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Doctor, and have a lovely Easter and a lovely evening.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Doctor.
Bye.